Good morning, students. Today in SST, we will go through the same chapter, that is chapter 17, the revolt of 1857. Earlier, I had explained you about the revolt of 1857, why the Europeans had come to India. They wanted to have trade with India, and then how Sirajuddaulah knew the conspiracy, that why they were building forts and all, and why they were bringing armies. Britishers were bringing armies with themselves. So he told them not to bring their armies, and also not to build the forts. But they did not pay any attention to him. He was the Nawab of Bengal. And then in the Battle of Plassey in 1757, the Britishers fought with Sirajuddaulah, but because of the conspiracy of his general, that was Mir Zafar. So Mir Zafar, was involved with the Britishers, and so he gave them all the secrets of Sirajuddaulah, and Sirajuddaulah was defeated. Now, in today we will. So the Britishers also took advantages of the small kingdoms, small kings and Nawabs who were always fighting with each other. So they had the opportunity. Now what did the Britishers do? They had the divide and rule policy. So they were against one, and they were in the side of another king, and then they made them fight with each other and annex their territory. When there was no solution, they would annex their territory, and in this way, India's most of the territories was under the British rule. So this was the explanations of the previous I had explained you about. Again I had repeated it. Now today we will go through the injustice of the British. What injustice after the British started ruling in India, what injustice they did to the Indian people or the common people, be it farmers, weavers, soldiers, craftsmen, traders. So all were helpless, and they were all very in bad position. They do not have money, and they have to give tax also. So all this was in a very bad situation. So how it was? So today I will explain you about that, and also I'll explain you that because of the injustice only, why the revolt of 1857 took place. So we will start with it today, and I hope you have made the diagram. I have already told you that then make two diagrams, two big diagrams, one in one page and one in another page. So many students are showing me in the same page, and that also not colored, and small diagrams. So it should not be small, it should be a big diagram, and with in two pages, one page for one diagram and other page for other diagram. Okay, so now we will start with the today's explanation, that is the injustice of the British. Okay, so students, we will talk about the injustice of the British done to the Indians. The British were interested only in making money. What were the British interested in? They were interested in making only money. They only want their profit. They forced the farmers of Bihar to grow indigo. Now indigo was a plant used for making blue dye. It was a blue dye for coloring the clothes. So they forced them to grow indigo, and this dye was used in England for dyeing mail cloths. Whatever cloths they had, it was used to color them. Now the farmers had no need for indigo. Now the farmers did not need indigo, they wanted crops to grow. So as they needed food grains to feed themselves, because indigo was not eaten, it was only for coloring. So they wanted food grains. But the Britishers forced them to grow indigo. They were forced to sell indigo to the British at a low price, and even the price was given to them, it was very low. Whatever indigo they were growing, so the price was very low. As a result, the Indian farmers became very poor. Because of this, the Indian farmers were growing very poor. Similarly, the weavers who weaved the clothes, so the weavers were forced to sell their clothes at a very low price. Okay, so the weavers were doing so much of hard work in their weaving, but they were getting very low price. The Indian cottage industry, now the small industries, the small industries which they were having their livelihood with this, was also a victim of British greed. British was very greedy people, so they wanted more and more money from everywhere. So Britain could not grow cotton due to its cold climate, but they had big cotton textile mills which required cotton. Now for clothes they wanted cotton, and Britain was a cold country. They could not grow cotton over there because they had cold climate. So they wanted cotton from India. So raw cotton was bought from India at a low price and sent to Britain. So they used to buy it from the farmers at a low price and sell to Britain. In return, cloth was shipped back to India and sold in Indian market. Now these clothes which they with the cotton which they sent to Britain, the clothes were made from that, and they were again sold in Indian market with high price. The British did not allow Indians to establish their own mills or factories, and they did not allow Indians to make their own factories and mills. They only wanted themselves the profit. The British made unjust laws also. Their laws was not justified to take control of more and more kingdoms. So because they wanted more and more kingdom, they wanted the whole of India to them. So they made unjust laws. One such law was the doctrine of lapse. This was a law. So in this law what happened, which said that if a king died without a male child, his kingdom would be taken over by the British. What was the law? That if a king had no child and the king died, so he cannot adopt anybody. His kingdom will be automatically gone to the British Empire. So this was very unjust to them. Thus all were unsatisfied. They were not happy. Who were not happy? Farmers, traders, kings, and even common people also. They were dissatisfied with the British rule. They wanted to oust the British from India. Oust means they wanted them to go away from India, because they were all very doing unjust to Indians. So that is why they did not want the Britishers to be in India. They wanted them to throw them out. And that is why this revolt of 1857, the chapter which is of revolt of 1857, took place. Because of all this unsatisfaction. Who were unsatisfied? Who were not happy? The farmers were not happy. The traders were not happy. Kings were not happy. And common people were dissatisfied with the British rule. So they wanted to oust the British from India. Okay? So students, you have understood injustice of the British, how they were doing injustice to them. The farmers, they forcibly wanted them to grow indigo, which was of no use to the farmers of Bihar, because they wanted food grain, and that also they used to buy them with very low rate. And then then the cotton also they buy it from very low rate, and then they used to make the clothes and sell it again in high rate. And even the doctrine of lapse, you have understood, na? Doctrine of lapse, that this law was made that if the king died without a male child, if he did not have a male child, then his kingdom would be taken over by the British. That means he could not adopt any child, or he could not adopt his relatives and all child, and it would be automatically gone to the British Empire. So all these peoples were very unsatisfied. The farmers, traders, kings and common people were dissatisfied with the British rule. They wanted to out means they wanted them to throw them out, the British, from India. So students, we have gone through this injustice of the British. Hope you have understood it. Okay, and then tomorrow we will go through the rest of the chapter, that is the revolt of 1857. And in this is the main part of the chapter, that how the revolt of 1857 took place. Was it successful or was it a failure, and who were the revolutionary leaders and all. So we will talk about them on Monday. Okay, homework I will give it in the group.